Hi, today we're going to learn about naming covalent compounds. So here we're given three examples. Carbon disulfide, this compound here, and this compound here. Now with the first one we're supposed to write the formula, the second one and the third one we're supposed to name it. Alright, so before we start solving these problems, let's first figure out how to name covalent compounds. So before we even get started, let's first get just a general understanding of what covalent compounds are. So covalent compounds are basically the covalent bonds between two nonmetals. So basically it's when two nonmetals bonds, those are covalent bonds. And covalent compounds are compounds which have two nonmetals. Alright, so now that we've gotten that sorted, let's go on to how to name them. So, when we name them, we have for both of them a prefix. Then in the first one, we have the name of the nonmetal. And for the second one, after the prefix, we got the nonmetal, which ends in oxide. And I'll bring this closer so you guys can see. So nonmetal, and then the second word is a nonmetal, which ends in oxide. Oh, sorry, not which ends in oxide, which ends in ide. Alright, now let's go on to figuring out how do we do the prefixes. So essentially we take the subscript and we find what the prefix is. So the first three are mono, di, tri, and then from after that it's just standard. Alright, so let's go on to here. But before we even get this far, there's one thing I forgot to mention. If the prefix for the first nonmetal is mono, then we don't write anything for the prefix. We just write the name of the nonmetal. So, let's start answering these problems. We have carbon disulfide. Alright, there's no prefix for carbon. So that means that there's only going to be a subscript of 1. So we're just going to have C and then subscript of 1. But we don't need to write that because it's 1. Then we have disulfide. The element here is sulfur. And di is the prefix. Di is 2. So we have 2 sulfides. So we have sulfide with a subscript of 2. So that's the answer to the first question. The second one, N2O3. The first nonmetal is nitrogen, and we have 2 of them. So the prefix is dinitrogen, and here we have oxygen, and there are 3 of them. So we have trioxide. And then the last one, we have carbon, that's the first nonmetal, and there's only 1 of them, so it would be monocarbon. But we know because there's only 1 and it's the first element, we don't have to write that. So it just becomes carbon. And we have 2 oxygens, so that's dioxide. So it's carbon dioxide. I did not spell this right. Alright, so today we learned about naming covalent compounds. Thanks for watching this video.